Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about stress management and how to use different stress management strategies we can use to help deal with our digestive issues. So, contrary to popular belief, but stress, the particular type of stress is I can't digest this, I can't accept this, judging, complaining, and condemning things. This type of stress is actually what is causing our digestive issues. So it's very important that we manage it correctly. And I think today in the modern world, a lot of us just have horrible stress management systems, including myself. So I want to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I've used to help get my stress under control, to stop condemning, complaining, and judging things, which is essentially I can't digest this. The body's going to start to develop extra gut cells to help you digest this indigestible thing in your life, this hard to digest thing in your life, and then it's going to get, when it gets resolved, it gets rid of these extra gut cells, which is causing our symptoms. And the more that we get stuck in these old, poor emotional behaviors, these bad stress management habits, it's just our gut issues are going to last forever. So in this video, I want to share with you the tips that I've used to get this stress under control. So the first tip is we want to. You really can't just like change emotions. They're going to pop up. They're created by the subconscious. They're just going to pop up due to certain things happen. They're triggered by certain things happening to you. So let's for example say my internet starts to act slow and not work correctly. Very frustrating event that makes me angry. Now, I'm angry at the internet, it doesn't work. I'm angry at the phone company for not working. I'm angry at the person who sold me or recommended this. You can just, maybe I'm angry at my computer. How do I deal with this anger? So if we look for a biblical response, the Bible and scriptures are great tools for us to help us guide us in the right direction to a more peaceful solution to the problem. Because I could get angry, dial up the telephone and start yelling and screaming at people, fix my internet, come on, up 99% time my ass. There's a much better way to deal, because I can't believe this internet is so crappy. I pay so much for this internet, it never works, blah, blah, blah. I can't digest this. I'm condemning, I'm judging. So we need to transform these negative emotions. They're usually due to unrealistic expectations set by the modern world. But we should have no expectations or very low expectations, to a certain extent. And that alone can, relieve a lot of that stress. But we have to change the habit. Something happens that I don't like, I get pissed off about it like a little child. I know that's a little mocking, but that's exactly what's happening. We're not being adults. We're not controlling our emotions. So we experience this emotion, and then we have a lot of people. This is where people tend to get. Well, there's just so many emotions to choose from. Like, how do I switch? Like, what's the exact opposite of being angry, mad, and frustrated? What's the exact opposite? There's not that many emotions to choose from. Yeah, it's not like being happy. Like, happy's not like, oh, I'm just going to force myself to be happy. How do we deal with this direct threat in front of us, this thing in front of us that's making us angry, this crappy internet, this crappy cell phone company, internet company? It's right in front of me right now. What do I do with it? First thing you do is you forgive it. I forgive you for not working. I know it sounds ridiculous, guys, but you like just saying that you feel like the weight just leave your chest or wherever it's resonating in your body. I forgive you for being for the internet being out. I'm grateful that the internet even exists. If I was born literally 50 years ago, I would not have the internet. I'm grateful that the internet exists. I forgive and be grateful. And then you could also add another layer of gratitude onto that. So if you look at this from a religious perspective again, we're essentially putting like we're not appreciating the world that we live in. Like you're lucky you even have internet. You're lucky you were born in a time that has internet. Like you're lucky that you have modern amenities. So we're showing gratitude, forgiveness, patience, and essentially this is what the scripture, like most scriptures, break down into. Transform these negative emotions into patience, forgiveness. Forgiveness is first. Forgive whatever the offending thing. You know, oh, someone's coming at you at a knife. Don't forgive them. Kick them in the nuts, and then until they fall on the floor, and then disarm them, and then you can forgive them. You know, let's be like a little realistic about this. And this doesn't necessarily mean you have to roll over and let someone, you know, pummel you to death with, you know, bad words or annoy you to death. But when, you know, if you like a lot of the times with our relationships, whether it's with like family or coworkers or loved ones, it's really not, you know, you can set boundaries without like being angry. Like there is a time and a place for anger. There's a time and a place for aggression. But in the modern world, it's really uncalled for. And this just promotes the other person to respond in the same way. And it starts in this vicious cycle where I get mad, you get mad. I get mad, you get mad. Someone somewhere down the line has got to forgive the other person and set the example for the interaction. And, you know, let that be you. And, you know, this is a practice. This is a skill. It's going to take time because right now you have this, you have trained yourself just to respond in these negative ways. It's going to take a while to retrain your brain. I was doing timetables the other day. Like someone asked me like what 4 times 4 was, and I was like, oh man, when I was 8, I knew what this was, you know, just like that, because, you know, I practiced it all the time. 16, by the way. Like, you know, like it's a practice. Like we know our timetables because we've practiced them so long. How often have you practiced behaving in a good manner? So it's going to take some practice. Be grateful, forgiving, patient, and gratitude. Gratitude, I don't know. What was the other one? But anyways, those 4 that I mentioned are going to be your best tools for stress management. You can go kick your dog, but that's not going to make you feel any better. Like people think that venting your anger is going to make you feel better. It really doesn't. It literally just makes it like it doesn't, because usually if you don't deal with it, like you have to respond with more anger. There are a lot of things in the world that you think, you know, deserve an anger attitude towards it, but like a lot of these things are out of our control, and there's nothing we can do about it in the first place. So there's no point of getting angry about it and putting our digestive system in overdrive, and we're gonna have to deal with these symptoms later. So guys, I hope this video helped you out. If you want to learn more on exactly what I did to get better, then there's a video. It's about 30 minutes long, and it essentially goes over everything me and my students did to get better. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Make sure to leave a comment.